Readers, have you ever worn colored sunglasses? You know, the kind where the lenses might be pink or blue or brown or green? If so, then you know that the color of your lenses affects what you see. Like blue lenses would make the whole world seem bluish. I know it seems funny to be talking about wearing colored sunglasses in reading workshop. The truth is, you can see your biography differently when you read it through different lenses. Today, I want to teach you that powerful readers of narrative nonfiction read through different lenses. One of those lenses, of course, is the lens of story. We've already talked about that. You're doing that work beautifully right now. And at the same time, readers also will read narrative nonfiction knowing that it is nonfiction, which means it's meant to teach you facts. So another lens that you could read your biography with is the lens of reading to learn information. We've been reading our biographies paying attention to story. We've been paying attention to the subject's traits, wants, obstacles, achievements. Now, when we turn to read in a way that we want to learn information, we focus on setting or on events in history that are at the time period of our person. Like, what was life like in that time period? Or we could read to learn information about the topic our person's really famous for, like chemistry or violins. Let's try it with a book called The Story of Ruby Bridges. Now, just so you know, in case you're not familiar, Ruby is a little girl who moved with her family from Mississippi to New Orleans in search of a better life. And in 1960, a judge ordered Ruby to attend an all-white school, and Ruby had to face angry crowds of people who refused to send their children to school with her. As I read a little snippet of text to you, I want you to think to yourself, ask yourself, what information am I learning here? What are the main ideas and key details? What boxes and bullets could I make out of what I'm learning? Remember the tip I gave you a little while ago. You could think about the setting, the time period. Ready? Ears open. Here we go. In 1957, the family moved to New Orleans. Ruby's father became a janitor. Her mother took care of the children during the day. After they were tucked in bed, Ruby's mother went to work scrubbing floors in a bank. At that time, Black children and white children went to separate schools in New Orleans. The Black children were not able to receive the same education as the white children. It wasn't fair, and it was against the nation's law. In 1960, a judge ordered 4 Black girls to go to 2 white elementary schools. 3 of the girls went to McDonough 19. 6-year-old Ruby Bridges was sent to first grade in the William France Elementary School. Okay, readers, think to yourself, what information did you just learn? What main ideas, key details? Think. The box of my boxes and bullets. There were separate schools for Black and white kids in New Orleans back in 1957. First detail, Black children were denied the same education as white children. Another detail, this was illegal, and it still is. In 1960, a judge ordered 4 girls of color to go to white elementary schools. Now take a moment, pause and process what you have read so far in your book before you read forward. You have been collecting the story of your subject, the traits, the wants, the obstacles, right? Now you're ready to also collect some main ideas and details about the time period or about the topic that your person's really famous for. And your boxes and bullets can be noted on a Post-it note, in your reading notebook. You can do it on the computer. And remember, anytime that you're reading your narrative nonfiction, you will want to read it as a story, what you've been doing so well with so far. What are the traits, the motivations, the struggles of your subject? And then you're also going to want to read it for the nonfiction, the main ideas and details. What topics are you learning about, like chemistry or violins? What about the time period? What was going on in history at that time? And you can collect that as boxes and bullets so that you can put those two pieces together to have some big, deep understanding about what you're reading. All right, readers, make a plan for yourself. Think about your goal for the work as well as the volume of reading you're going to be doing today. And off you go.